What's up, guys? Ivan Carranza here, and I'm about to leave to catch a train to meet Dr. Crapula, the band I play for currently, for rehearsals this weekend before we go out on tour. And I figured I would show you very quickly what I'm taking with me when I go out on the road and why. So let's take a look at what I'm taking. Now, here, of course, you see a lot of bases, but and also bags and so on. But what I'm taking is these 3 pieces. This is, of course, full of clothes. I have to cover with this for the first leg of the tour 11 days before I can wash clothes. So I have clothes for 11 days plus stage clothes plus a backup just in case. You never know. Also, there are shoes in there and also my toiletries and so on. Of course, not the most interesting part. Then we move on to my gig bag and of course the bass that I'm taking with me. And I've been using these gig bags that came with the Dingwall basses, my both Super J and Super P basses. And I have to say they are super solid. They've been thrown in the back of the van. I've seen them fall down on the concrete, and nothing has happened. They are really well padded. So you can see there's a very thick layer here. It is not as sturdy as this Reunion Blues one. This one is a bit stiffer, and I would guess this protects the bass a bit better. And the reason why I'm not taking the Reunion Blues, which, like I said, is a bit more protective compared to this one, is because this one allows me to put this little kind of like mono thick style that comes with the gig bag. I've seen also that Reunion Blues has released a version that comes also with that thingy for the pouch. So I definitely recommend getting one of those. But if you have a Dingwall gig bag, these are super solid. There's also a version of this made by Thomann called the Super Safe Case or something like that. I'm going to put a link below because it's the exact same gig bag, but just instead of Dingwall branding, it has the Thomann branding. And it's not that expensive. And like I said, this is super well padded, very protective, highly recommended. And I have no affiliation with Music Area or with Thomann. I'm just a Dingwall artist. But here inside, I have... Let me open this up actually. Here I have my Dingwall Super P. I've been using this bass since I got it as my main bass for the last, 4.5 years more or less. The previous tour I used my Super J, but I'm taking this out on the road just because I really like it, and I also really like how the new Alnico P pickups sound like, and also because Dingwall is now releasing pretty soon the SP1s, so it seems right to take out the Super P to, bring awareness about those basses. This is also a new strap that I got recently as a Christmas gift. It's an Ergo strap. This is the River model. It's 4 inches wide, very well padded. Oops. And I have my Levi's, I don't know how it's pronounced correctly, wireless transmitter pouch here through the staircase ladder system of the strap. So this allows me to put my instrument wireless in there. Yeah, here in the bass compartment, that's it. I'm always super pleased when I see my bass is really beautiful. I really like it. Now, here on the front, we have this pouch, and there's a lot of stuff here. We have my in-ear. These are custom molded by Vision Ears here in Germany, in Cologne. They sound great. They sound amazing. Fast fret, because I sweat a lot and annihilate strings. Gloves to carry and load equipment and so on, to avoid cutting your fingers, also when helping with the drums, hardware and so on. Very handy to have. Some tape, just in case we need to mark anything. I'm going to come to this in a second. Cloth to wipe off the string sweat and also to wipe off the fast fret later. This elastic band I use sometimes to warm up my back before the shows. It's very low resistance, but you know, doing high repetition pulls brings blood to your back, which helps when you have a 2-hour set to play. I have a backup in-ears by Shure. These are the 215s, the very basic ones, just in case my in-ears break. Nothing has happened so far. Replacement cable for my pedal board, just in case as a backup. Replacement power supply for the quad cortex, just in case. Tools to adjust the bridge, the intonation, pickup height, and so on of the bass in case I need to on the road. Then, what is this? Clip-on tuner, again, as a backup. If my quad cortex dies, then I can still tune while I'm playing. Swiss Army knife, just in case. This was actually from my grandfather. It's been quite a few years in my family. And some backup strings, just in case. I'm gonna change strings after the rehearsals, and then 2 sets should last me for the rest of the tour, I believe. So, and this was the last thing that I wanted to show you guys. Let me put it on the table because it's easier to show. So it's nothing fancy, it's just a can with different picks inside. I've been using this nylon, let me see if I can focus, nylon max grip picks for a very long time in different, let's say, gauges or sizes. These are the 0.73 millimeters, as you can see there. I've also used, if I find one, this is a 0.1 millimeter. To me, I feel, depending on the string gauge and string brand, and depending on the bass, some sizes feel better than others. So that's why I have different ones. And I've been using lately this 0.73, but very, very recently, I got a package of these Dunlop 0.60. These are Tortex 0.60, and I've been really liking them. They sound really good. The resistance, the tension, how it feels to play with them, feels really, really comfortable. So probably I'm gonna be using this on the tour. There's one song on the set that I need to use a pick, so probably gonna be using this. And I also have, just to experiment a little bit, the 0.73 as well. And these feel different, even though it's the same gauge. They feel different than the nylon ones. So just to experiment, I'm probably gonna do a video also about pick sizes, like a full-on thorough video on it. But I just wanted to show you guys that I'm taking this to experiment and try some things out. Also here in the front pocket there is a compression sleeve. Sometimes my elbow hurts if I don't sleep too well on the gigs. And also some patch cables just as a backup. So that's the front big pouch. And then here I have a backup strap just in case. This one has strap locks. I've had this strap for at least 15 years, something like that. It's by Groove Gear. This is actually the Damien Erskine signature duo strap, but I just use the one strap because it's also comfortable. And yeah, like I said, it's a backup. This one has strap locks. It's on the right height that I like to use it. And just in case, if for some reason I'm not feeling that I want to use the ergo strap, or if something happens. And also, of course, instrument cables. These are backups just in case, because I have my wireless. These are by Sommer cables with Neutrik or Neutrik. I don't know how you pronounce it in the US, but it's a German brand. Neutrik connector or Neutrik connectors. Super solid. I've been using those since I moved to Germany. They're amazing, great cables. And then finally, some tools to adjust, set up, and so on. Just to set up the bass, to polish frets, measuring ruler, unwinder, string cutter, yeah, you know, the basics. I'm gonna do a video also on how I set up my bass because somebody asked that recently on the comment section of a video. So that's definitely coming up probably after the tour or while I'm touring and I'm doing a string change. We'll see. And then for the last part, it's my pelly case, which is what I use to carry my pedal board, which is my rig pretty much. So let's open it up. And I have to say that this pelly case is probably one of the best investments I've made because it is carry-on size, so I can travel with it on a plane if I want to. But also the 300 euro that I paid is definitely worth it because I've seen this rolling down flights of stairs, you know, being thrown around and nothing has happened to the gear inside. So what do I have here? Power cable for the pedal board, my Sennheiser wireless. At some point I'm gonna put it in a rack, but now it just fits in there, so that's good. I can carry it everywhere. Battery charger for the wireless, for both wireless units actually, the bass and the in-ears. This is power supply for the battery charger. An XLR cable that goes into my quad cortex from the wireless unit, and then the power supply of the wireless. And then this is the board, the cable for the wireless unit, the antenna, the two wireless transmitter and receivers, and the jet fuel couple. Everything travels here. You know, the foam is super resistant, and I don't have to worry that my gear is gonna get damaged, because when you're touring, having a hard case is definitely a good idea. And at some point I'm gonna get an Enki case probably for the bass so that I can also travel with a backup, but so far this has been working pretty well. And the very last thing that I take with me is that backpack, which is my day backpack where I put my laptop, my cameras, and some other small things. And this is made by OneMate. That's a German brand. This is made out of recycled plastic bottles, and it's extremely waterproof, which definitely helps here in Germany because it rains a lot. I've walked through apocalyptic rains here in Hamburg, and everything inside was completely dry, so I can definitely recommend that. It carries a lot of space inside. You can put a lot of things, and it's not super expensive. I mean, it's pricey, but not super expensive. In the past, I've used this Dingwall day pack, which I still really like. There are some things that I like about this better than the other backpack there, but it is not as water resistant as this one, and this one has a bit more space. But I've used this in the past before, and it works amazingly well as well. And as you can see, I can match the gig bag and the backpack, which is pretty cool. So that is it. That's what I take. Now I need to just wrap up, and I'm looking at the clock there. Just put everything together, grab also my phone chargers and so on, and then leave to catch the train. So let me know what you think, guys. Also, what do you take out to gigs, either locally or if you go also out on tour? Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think. And also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with the content that's coming to the channel. As always, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.